Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're attempting to set up a mapping document for a unit of competency or an accredited course. So let's set out some examples for you that'll hopefully be helpful to you. I've opened a search engine in the Firefox web browser. It doesn't really matter. There's multiple search engines and browsers. Use the one of your preference. Let's look at a unit of competency. PUATEA 001. Okay, there it is. Found it right away. It's on training.gov.au, which is the keeper of these documents, who are the keeper of these documents, if you will. Right click, open it, and I'm going a little bit fast, but the idea is not to bore you, but to provide you with the minimum stuff you need to know. Feel free to come and ask or email if you have a question. Okay, we've got the unit of competency up, PUATEA 001B, and it says things like Release 2. It's current as of 17 August 2012. Let's go down here and look at something. Okay, here's your modification history. Doesn't list the date in this case. It is a current unit though, so we can use it. Sometimes it will say current even though it's superseded. It's a little bit confusing. This one says replaced. Might say superseded, might say replaced. It's a little bit of part of the changing of package rules that you encounter. Things sometimes don't come out exactly as you expect. Let's download the unit of competency. It comes out as a Word document or a PDF. You want Word. I'll show you why shortly. Okay, it's opening. We'll enable the editing so that we can do things to it. To save time, you can remove from this document a table listing the various things you have to meet in order to issue the unit of competency at your local RTO. Okay, let's copy just a minute so you won't be disappointed. File, new, blank document. Let's make some room to work. Let's go to page layout up on the ribbon up at the top. You see page layout there. Set the size to A3. Set the orientation to landscape. And we can Control V or we can right click paste. We'll paste it. Okay, we have a table there, even though it doesn't look much like the normal Excel spreadsheet or Word table you're used to seeing. It is a table. Right click as promised, table properties, and let's put some borders and shading in, or borders in this case. All and grid applies to table. That's important. Later you'll be coloring cells and things. So applies to the table. Okay. Now you've got a table similar to an Excel spreadsheet or a Word table. Here you have a whole bunch of things in one box. You want everything to have its own box, whatever it is. You want it all in one box. So to do that, and this is where doing it in Word before you put it in, say, Excel, it's handy to do this. You split the number of cells, number of columns, set that to 1. We've got 8 things there, 1 to 1 8, so make that 8. Click OK. Instantly it splits. Now, in Word, it's easy to drag things from one cell to another. Can't do this in Excel. Happens just that fast. That's plenty quick. Save you a lot of work. Not all of these units of competency, just depends on who the author of it is, whether or not everything's in its own box or whether they're all in one lump. Okay, there you go. Now, we need to add some columns to describe what we're going to do to satisfy these. Right click on the table, insert, insert column right, right click again, and insert, insert column right. If we do it a third time, something interesting happens. Oops, it just ran off the page. Not a problem. You go Table Properties, Preferred Width, and we'll set it to, if you look up on the ruler here, that's 36, 37, 38. Let's set it to, I don't know, 36 looks good. 36, and measured in centimeters. And bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Okay, let's label it. The first thing you're going to do is indicate your delivery. The next thing is assessments. Okay. Let's say there's three different things you do in delivery. There's a PowerPoint, there's a learner guide, there's also delivered in another unit of competency. Let's split this cell. Remember how to do that. One column, which is vertical, 3 rows. There we are. Might want a little bit more space there. Highlight it and drag. Highlight, drag. And instantly you've got more space to work. Okay, so let's say you keep things in something called a trainer resource kit. So you'd abbreviate that TRK. Let's say 25. And it's the learner guide. Which you could later abbreviate LG if you wished. Just so it's clear to whoever's reading this and auditing this, where to go, what to do, how to get it. And it's on pages 11 through 14. Talks about roles and responsibility of team members are recognized. Maybe there's a PowerPoint. And it's slides 2 through 4. Perhaps you've got a prerequisite or co-requisite in this knowledge that's required. Teach it in another unit of competency. For instance, it's PUA TEA 002B, whatever that is. And it talks about this very same thing in, say, 3.1. 1. And you might write down what it says, or you might say addressed in learner guide, for instance. Let's say crew leader. And we'll give that a TRK number perhaps, if let's say we're following that particular set of labeling. 111. There you have it. The same thing happens with assessments. You'd specify which question and so on and so forth. You don't have to do it all in one column. You could have, say you only have one little workbook that's also the presentation for whatever it is. So you'd put maybe delivery workbook here and delivery PowerPoint there, perhaps, if you had a PowerPoint. I only had 2, and then you could go down and list it, because you'd know to look for just the one document. Oftentimes these units of competencies have multiple documents that support a particular point, because remember, the training must be training that is job ready. Okay, I've run long. It's taken a little while to set all this up. In the next video, I'll show you how to take this and drop it into an Excel spreadsheet. Thank you for watching.